What if the most powerful thing you could do was simply stop caring? Not pretend to stop caring. Actually stop, because there is a strategy so effective, so psychologically devastating to those who try to control you, that once you master it, the game changes forever and you become completely untouchable. Welcome back. Today we're going deep into one of the most powerful psychological strategies ever studied: detachment. Machiavellian detachment. And I need you to understand something right away. This is not about being cold. This is not about being cold. This is not about being cold. This is about power. Real power. The kind that doesn't beg. The kind that doesn't chase. The kind that simply exists and drives everyone around it absolutely insane. Stay until the end, because the final principle will completely shift how you see yourself. Let's start with the foundation. Why does detachment work? Here's the psychology behind it. Human beings are wired for reaction. We expect people to respond to us. When we push, we expect someone to push back. When we pull away, we expect someone to follow. When we ignore, we expect someone to fight for our attention. That expectation is the trap. And most people fall into it every single time. But the person who doesn't react, the person who stays completely unmoved, they break the entire system, and suddenly they become the most fascinating person in the room. Principle number 1. Your emotions are your most exploitable weakness. Read that again slowly. Your emotions are your most exploitable weakness. Every manipulator, every power player, every person who has ever tried to control you, they did it through your emotions. They made you angry so you'd say something stupid. They made you anxious so you'd seek their approval. They made you jealous so you'd compete for them. They pulled strings and your emotions danced. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. He wrote that a leader who is easily moved by emotion is a leader easily destroyed. The same applies to you. The moment someone knows what makes you react, they own you. So the first move is simple. Stop showing your hand. Let them guess. Let them wonder. Let them work for a reaction they will never get. Principle number 2. Scarcity creates obsession. This is one of the oldest laws of human psychology. We want what we can't have. We value what is rare. We chase what pulls away. Think about the people in your life right now, the ones you value most. Are they the ones always available? Always texting back instantly? Always rearranging their life for you? Or are they the ones with their own world? Their own priorities? Their own sense of direction? You already know the answer. Detachment creates scarcity, and scarcity creates obsession. When you stop being constantly available, something shifts in the minds of the people around you. Suddenly, they're thinking about you more. Suddenly, they're reaching out first. Suddenly, your attention becomes something worth earning. And you didn't have to do anything dramatic. You simply became less available. Are you seeing how this works? Drop a comment below right now. Tell me one person in your life who you think uses this strategy naturally. I want to hear your answers. And if this is already clicking for you, hit that like button. It pushes this video to more people who need to hear it. Principle number 3. Never let them see you want something. This one is brutal in its simplicity. The moment someone sees you want them, you lose leverage instantly. The moment someone sees you need the job, your negotiating power drops to 0. The moment someone sees you're desperate for the outcome, they stop working for it. Want is a vulnerability. Need is a weakness. And skilled power players can smell both from across the room. Now, I'm not telling you to stop wanting things. That would be impossible. And honestly, pointless. I'm telling you to stop advertising what you want. Keep your desires close. Keep your goals private. Let your actions speak slowly over time. Let others guess at your motivations. Mystery is power. Transparency is exposure. Know the difference. Principle number 4. Emotional withdrawal is louder than any argument. Have we ever tried to fight with someone who simply wouldn't engage? Someone who stayed completely calm while you were falling apart. Someone who looked at you with 0 reaction. It's maddening. It's destabilizing. Because you can't fight someone who won't fight back. You can't win against someone who doesn't need to win. Here's the Machiavellian truth. Most arguments aren't about logic. They're about dominance. Whoever loses their composure first loses the argument, regardless of who was right. So instead of engaging, detach. Instead of defending, go quiet. Instead of explaining yourself to people who don't deserve the explanation, simply remove your energy from the situation and watch what happens. The person who needed a reaction from you suddenly has nothing to work with, and that silence is more powerful than any comeback you could ever think of. We're about halfway through. If you're not subscribed yet, do it right now. I post psychology and strategy content every single week. The kind of content that actually changes how you operate in the world. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Principle number 5. Build a world they're not invited into. This is where detachment becomes truly devastating. Most people make the mistake of centering their life around others, around a relationship, around a friendship, around someone's approval. And when that person senses how central they are to your world, they start to take you for granted. It's not always intentional. It's just human nature. We devalue what we can't lose. So the strategy is this: build a life so full, so interesting, so genuinely absorbing that no single person can become the center of it. Have goals they don't know about. Have friendships they haven't met. Have passions that have nothing to do with them. Have a version of yourself that exists completely independently. When someone realizes they are not your whole world, that they could be replaced by your own ambition, something changes in how they treat you. Suddenly you're not someone to manage. You're someone to keep. And that shift in dynamic is everything. Principle number 6. The less you explain yourself, the more powerful you become. People who feel insecure over-explain. They justify every decision. They defend every choice. They need everyone to understand and approve their actions. And every time they do that, they hand over a piece of their power. Because explanations invite debate, and debate implies you need permission. The Machiavellian player operates differently. They act, they decide, they move forward, and they let the results speak. You don't owe people a breakdown of your motivations. You don't need to justify why you said no. You don't need to defend your boundaries. A simple, calm decision with zero emotional charge behind it is far more powerful than 100 words of explanation. Silence is not weakness. Silence is control. Principle number 7, the final principle, and the deepest one. True detachment is not a strategy. It's a state of being. Here's where most people get this wrong. They try to fake detachment. They try to perform it. They act unbothered while secretly dying inside. And it never works. Because people can feel the performance. They can sense the desperation behind the mask. Real detachment is different. It comes from one place, knowing your own worth so deeply that you genuinely don't need external validation to confirm it. When you truly don't need someone's approval, you don't have to pretend. When you truly have options, you don't have to manufacture confidence. When your identity is built from the inside out, nothing anyone does can shake it. That is the end game. Not a trick, not a tactic, a complete internal shift in how you see yourself. And when you get there, you won't just drive people insane with your detachment. You'll wonder why you ever needed their reaction in the first place. Let's bring it all together. 7 principles of Machiavellian detachment. 1. Your emotions are your most exploitable weakness. Protect them. 2. Scarcity creates obsession. Stop being so available. 3. Never advertise what you want. Mystery is power. 4. Emotional withdrawal beats every argument. Go quiet. 5. Build a world they're not invited into. Have your own life. 6. Stop explaining yourself. Let your actions speak. 7. True detachment is internal. Know your worth at the deepest level. Here's the truth I want to leave you with. Power isn't loud. Power doesn't beg. Power doesn't chase. Power simply exists, quietly, consistently, completely sure of itself. And that kind of energy is the most magnetic, most unsettling, most unforgettable thing another person can encounter. Become that. Which of these 7 principles hit the hardest for you? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one, and there are thousands of people watching this video who feel exactly the same way you do. You're not alone in wanting to understand this. Thank you for watching today. Genuinely, this kind of content takes real thought to engage with, and the fact that you made it this far tells me something about you. If you want to go even deeper on power, psychology, and strategy, the next video is right there waiting for you. Watch it. I think you'll find it connects perfectly to everything we covered today. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.